Welcome everybody, it's your boy Mark, an MUFC fan, and you know what it is. Smash the likes and subscribe. It's your Premier League roundup. It's a bloodbath. It's a sack race. It's the wild and craziest, most ununderstandable Premier League week of the year. The first new year. Guys, we're having a manager situation. It's chaos at Man United, madness at Chelsea. What is going on with the Premier League? Guys, I was going to tell you, Man United, we drew. It was disappointing, but we're in fifth. We are still up there. Chelsea's there in fourth. Liverpool is there in fourth. You know what I mean? It's getting very interesting, guys. But the biggest problem is now two of these managers are gone. Gone with the winds, my friend. Gone with the winds. And if you see the thumbnail, 100%, guys, you can see that they are gone with the wind. Look at that. You know what I mean? And they're two managers in the top 6. And if I remove, guys, it's wild. It's just so wild. I don't even understand how it's even possible that they are gone. You sack a manager who's chasing top 4? I don't know. It's very frustrating, guys. And what I can tell you is there's a lot to talk about, but let's get straight into it. You know what I mean? It's the Premier League roundup. Which of the game week 20 results surprised you the most? Was it Brentford firing in all cylinders, or was it Chelsea's late save, last gasp equalizer? Which one? Who was your player of the week, my people? Let me know. Thiago with another brace for Brentford. Fernandes with his sensational late strike to deny Man City's dominance 3 points. Or was it someone else? You know what I mean? I would say that, I'm not a huge fan of Matthias Cunha, but I had to say that he should have had a brace this weekend, and he might have got my vote for player of the week. United would have had 3 points. We'd have been in 4th place securely. First week of the new year, I would have been happy as a camper. I don't know about you guys, but I'm certainly here for it. Chelsea's late saves, Fernandes, only one person. Of course. I mean, I think you would be definitely saying that, you know what I mean? But that strike from Fulham to deny Man City, I think it's definitely one of the biggest ones, of course, but let's get into it. Let's start there. Nah, we can't start with Man United, bro. That's wild. And let's start here. Liverpool's defense is leaking again. Are they real title challengers, or are they pretenders this season? Guys, let me know in the chat. Let your comments be heard. Of course, in my opinion, I predicted Liverpool to finish outside of the top 4 this season, pretty much in European competition, but 6th or 7th was my prediction for Liverpool because they have a weak defense. I've seen it coming a long mile away. And yes, like Riley is saying, the pretenders, they are. And in my honest opinion, I think they are because they have a lackluster defense. Yes, they can score goals, but their team is not unbeatable. They don't have the best midfield. And it's likely that the attack will suffer with the return of Salah, who's going to need game time. And of course, they're pretty much functioning without him. It's going to be a difficult time. And accepting these drastic changes is going to cause Liverpool some problems, especially with critical games coming up as they have a run of the next 5 games. And guys, I can tell you the next 5 games for Liverpool, it gets very interesting because Liverpool, they face Arsenal next in the big game on Monday. After Arsenal, they face Burnley at home. After Burnley at home, they have Bournemouth away. They have Newcastle at home following that. And of course, after that, they face the big bad Manchester City. Guys, the next 5 weeks for Burnley for Liverpool is going to be difficult. They also have Sunderland away after that. And these 5 teams are certainly going to try to put a dent in Liverpool's title charge. And out of 15 points, I would boldly say I will be surprised if they get 7. I will be surprised. And if you look at the fixtures currently right now and the league standings, it's wild, guys. The league standings is so critical. I will bring it up to show you shortly. But guys, you have to understand the way the league is currently. If you lose 2 games and draw a game, you could go from being top 6 to 12th. The table is ridiculous in this current moment, my people. And I don't know, but for me, it's not the nicest table I've seen. But I would certainly say to you all, what changes? So we'll discuss the table, but let's go through the rest of teams, because currently Liverpool is in 3rd place. And guys, yes, we don't want them to be there. We are against their progress always. They're in 4th, actually. My bad. They're on 34 points. 3 points ahead, Chelsea and Man United, who are both on 31 points. Chelsea in 5th, by goal difference, 1 goal. Man United in 6th. And of course, we're both on 31 points. Brentford is right behind on 30, followed by Sunderland, who's also on 30 points. Newcastle is on 29, and Brighton is on 28. Fulham is also on 28. Everton on 28. Tottenham Hotspurs and Crystal Palace on 27. Guys, and that Crystal Palace is in 14th place. The slide, the avalanche could take you all the way down under, and you might be visiting Australia. Guys, it gets real. But anyway, let's keep it going, because that, I would say to you, the leaky goals, Wilson's impact, Fulham's spark keeps pressure on Liverpool. Big impact by the player. And of course, that late goal was majestic, guys. I have to say. Moving on, Brighton and Hove. The Seagulls soar in a strong win. Cruising. Yeah. Big victory for them against Burnley. 3-0. Why does it say away? Man. Guys, sometimes I really forget to edit these things. You know what I mean? Big win for Brighton, cruising at home. And of course, guys, it shows with the performance, a 3-0 victory over Burnley. It's, what can you say? What can you say? Fabian Hertzler, this is why there are reports the United bosses are looking at you, brother. Interesting times. And I would have to say that Brighton is doing well. They've been having a run of poor form for the longest while. And seeing them getting back to winning ways, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting, guys. I can't say it makes me happy. That would be a lie. You know what I mean? But Aston Villa definitely flexing their attacking power in a 3-0 thrashing of Nottingham Forest, guys. And yeah, wow. Villa is looking sharp. Is it a top 4 push? Is it a league challenge? Or is it just smoke in the air? What are your thoughts in the chat, guys? Let me know, because, of course, I didn't really watch the entire game. I had my game to worry about and other things. But I saw some moments. I saw a bit of the first half. Villa definitely looked the better team. And they destroyed Nottingham Forest. You know what I mean? Nottingham Forest is not to be trifled with. They had some good performances against Liverpool, smashing Liverpool and the like. So you can't say they're a terrible team right now. They look decent, but again, you know what I mean? Far from West Ham, who was smashed up at the weekend 3-0 by Wolves, claiming a vital 3 points at the bottom of the table after getting a draw away to Manchester United. Shit, that happens, guys. This Wolves win at home definitely puts them in some form of momentum against, are they disciplined underdogs of a future dark horse? Well, guys, I don't think so. They're all the way at the bottom of the table. I think that means they're just going to probably try to struggle to stay in the Prem this season. You know what I mean? It gets wild. You know what I mean? But for City, it has to be difficult, guys, because they had all the chances versus Chelsea. The possession in gross numbers, does it really matter if you don't do anything with it, guys? I've always been saying this. People want possession-based. They want dominance. But what is dominance if you're spending 78% of the game with the ball, but you only score 1 goal? And at the end, Fernandez wipes that 3 points off in the last minute of the play. You would have worked for 93 minutes for nothing. Disappointing. All that possession means nothing, people, if you don't do a job with it. And I keep saying that. So you can want to be the best possession-based team on the planet and control the whole game with the ball at your feet. But if you don't score goals, what good are you? You know what I mean? So Man City, it's all great, the great Pep, all these things, but you still can't win consistently. You're in second place. But 2-3 losses or draws coming up could change things drastically, guys, because like I keep telling you, everyone is within touching distance of each other. We're 6 points off, but that doesn't mean that they don't drop 5 points or 6 points in the next 3 games. And if Chelsea and Man United win in the next 3 games, the top 4 looks utterly different. Guys, this is a very exciting Premier League. It may not be the most scintillating, but it's definitely one of the most competitive based on the performances of all teams. None of them really amazingly consistent. And some of them, you know, they still drop points. Everton destroyed by Brentford. They got stung by the Bees, the Toffees. Thought they had a clinical attack, but they saw it. They saw what it looked like when Brentford's attack came in. The dark horse drop a B if you think so. Thiago braces. Brentford lights up game week 20 with a multi-goal display. This guy has been sensational since joining Brentford. He's the top scorer in the Premier League to date, and he can't stop scoring, and he scores in pairs. He has to have hit that immaculate form, that prime, right as he signed for Brentford, guys. And I have to say, he's a nice player to watch. You know what I mean? Tottenham Hotspurs 1-1 with Sunderland. To be fair, I thought they would lose that game, but late drama in the north as points are shared. And I would say to you guys, this is much to be expected of Tottenham. Sunderland are a very good team this season. They are above they were above Tottenham for the most part of this season. Sunderland are still above them in 8th, while Tottenham languish in 13th place. They are separated by not more than 3 points. That win being very vital. It would have been the difference in Tottenham being in 8th or in 13th place. Interestingly enough. You know what I mean, guys? So it's one of those things. I think Tottenham is on their trajectory. I'm not a huge fan of Thomas Frank, but I think he's doing a decent job there. They have a lot to build before they get into a title contender. And of course, he still has to adapt to this new team, new environment, a bigger club, and playing in Europe. So it gets interesting for that. Let's see how that goes. Newcastle with a 2-0 smashing of Crystal Palace. The Magpies dominate at home unexpectedly. Glasner and his Crystal Palace Kings unable to fight the Magpies away and get a result. He's shown some very good performances away this season against Man City, Liverpool, and the like, but he was thrashed by Newcastle and the Magpies that night. Sorry to say, guys, it's not what I thought. You know what I mean? Interestingly, I think it's one of the best games of the game week. Bon Arsenal, but I mean, at the end of the day, Bournemouth tried. You know what I mean? They tried. I think Semenyo was sensational in the game. Bournemouth pushed Arsenal to the edge in a thriller, but Declan Rice scoring twice. An 89th-minute stunner that sealed the comeback victory for Arsenal after Brentford was leading. Brentford was leading 2-1 for a very long time. And then Saka came in and Declan Rice with the hammer. I don't know, guys. It's an interesting one. It's hard. But what I can tell you is, let me know, did Arsenal escape again? Was it elite mentality or was it just pure luck? Drop your take in the chat. Let your boy Marken know what you're thinking about the roundup. What are your thoughts? But guys, we get to Manchester United and it gets disappointing. You know what I mean? Man United drew again. Is it a tactical issue or are we lacking that killer instinct? I think Matheus Cunha had a decent game. I think he was robbed a goal. But in the end, I still think when the going gets tough, he needs to start sharing the load with his teammates more than getting into a solo mode. I think that's his biggest issue or flaw, as I should say. But other than that, I think Man United gave a decent account for themselves. You know, a team missing 3 key players due to AFCON, and then having another 3 players out injured, all integral starters to Manchester United. No Bruno Fernandes, no Mason Mount, no Mbumo, no Amad Diallo, no Mazraoui. We're down to bare bones. Players are injured, players are out. De Ligt is injured, De Ligt is out. Maguire is injured, he is out. Guys, it's long. Kobe Mainoo injured, out. Bruno injured, out. Guys, we're down to bare bones. But still, Man United had what it took to take Leeds down. We were robbed a goal by VAR. The ball touched a defender before making it to Matheus Cunha, which means it was onside. It should have been goal number 1. He found the back of the net in the end with the assist coming. But I mean, I say to you guys this, it was not good enough. Man United needs to do better. The players, they need to work together better to deliver a better, how to say it, product for the fans. You know what I mean? The manager, we know what has happened to him. This game week has seen this manager been sacked yesterday. All announcements officially made today on his departure from Manchester United. Much like Chelsea, their game on Saturday was when Maresca walked out. He's done. Chelsea have interviewed Rossinier as the new manager, possibly coming from Strasbourg. Manchester United has turned their sights on Darren Fletcher as an interim with possible considerations for a possible temporary role for the next six months for Xavi coming in from the following match week. It could get very interesting. And it's a difficult process, guys. It's not the best situation. And of course, a lot of people might be excited, those who wanted Amorim sacked. Of course, I had no qualms with the manager in the sense that I wasn't backing him. I more or less was very critical of him. I didn't appreciate a lot of what he did because I think he could have done better, as I may have been a little bit over the edge nitpicking on his performance. But for one thing I would say is consistently, I didn't think he gave me the confidence that I could believe that he knew he was going to get the job done, that he knew when he put out a team, they would give a certain level of performances. I always felt he was uncertain. Now, it doesn't mean that because he is sacked, I am right. And to be fair, guys, being right, it fucking sucks. Because I don't want to be right about this guy. I'd rather be wrong and United wins. I promise you, it's the best thing, it's the best feeling in the world. United winning is the best thing ever for me. I'm a huge United fan. I've been a fan all my life. So I can tell you guys, being right about the manager not being good enough, whether he is or not, being right that the owners are shit and they're not going to do what they should do and supposed to do by facilitating the manager with the players he needs to get the job done. We can argue about all those semantics, but the be-all and end-all is this is a job. This is sports. It's a brutal world. And the manager, despite promises from the board, he has to get the job done. He has to do it despite their inadequacies, despite their failed promises. It's a tough world. This is why you get paid the big bucks. But what I can tell you is You know, I hope that the interim does a decent job. I would definitely support Fletcher in interim because he's temporary. You know, he's going to change things. It's probably going to play a back four. It's probably going back to old school United with wingers. But we sold most of our wingers. It's wild. It's going to be interesting to see how we change. If we change, what happens going forward. Game week 21 is on the horizon. Let me just give you guys a little bit of the Premier League table, because I think it's an interesting watch right now on how it looks. It's a slippery slide, folks. Yeah, no matter which fan you are or which team you support, it will get techie. And when I say it will get techie, guys, it's going to get very techie. Because not every team will qualify. Not every team will survive. And currently, if you look at the standings, guys, yeah, it looks very, very interesting. If you look at the first two spots, the first three spots, they're all on 40 points. Arsenal on 48. That is just about, that is literally 14 points ahead of fourth, 17 points ahead of fifth and sixth, and 18 points ahead of seventh place. Arsenal are cruising above the league currently, guys. Yeah, Manchester City is in second with 42 points, tied on points, better goal difference than Aston Villa. Both are on 42 points. Both are 8 points above fourth, 11 points above fifth and sixth. So it's going to take these four teams above playing each of each other, which will be 4 games, and them probably dropping points. Let's hope that Villa draws with Arsenal, Man City loses or draws with Liverpool. Liverpool possibly beats Arsenal, and Aston Villa probably losing or drawing with Manchester City. Because, guys, if those 4 teams play their fixtures against each other and they all drop points or get draws, then in those 3 match weeks, those 9 points to 12 points, we will catch up. But when you go past 6th place, everyone is within 2 points of each other. 7th and 8th are 1 point behind 6th and 5th. 9th is 1 point behind 8th and 7th, 2 points behind 5th and 6th. In 10th place, 11th place, and 12th place, they are 3 points behind 5th and 6th, 2 points behind 7th and 8th, and 1 point behind 9th place. Guys, it's a very slippery slope. And this Premier League table here, guys, it could get interesting. And it could get very drastic. All teams, all fans, support your teams. If you're a United fan like me, Arsenal resilience worry you in the title race? It's not the end of February yet, guys. It could never worry me. They always seem to lose 2 or 3 games between January and February and then draw some. So I'm not worried about that. But let me know your thoughts in the chat, guys. And of course, you know, have no fear. What will be, will be. I expect Man United to do a job. I expect Manchester United to get their job done. And of course, guys, for me, I certainly expect them to do the best that they possibly can. Of course, hope and hope and hope doesn't mean that it will end up the way I want it to. So I'm going to say here and say to myself, guys, Manchester United will do whatever they do. I can't trust the owners. I can't trust the board, but so be it. I hope for a good game week next week as we at home to Burnley. Hopefully, the interim manager gets the job done because the following week it's home to City. So it's going to get drastic. Guys, thank you for watching. Please smash a like and subscribe. The road to 2K is here. Please support your boy, Mark N. Help me get there. It's not that far away. And of course, guys, you know what we do. We're going to be back here next week talking about game week 21. like it's never happened, and we're moving on with our lives. Shout out to each and everyone watching. Thank you so much for joining. It's been your boy Mark N. Peace and love always. Big up to each and every one of you.
Baby.